And then finally, I just wanted to say the one gift you should never, ever, 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 ever give someone is, as you can see, I'm in a completely different space. And that is because I'm in Paris. No, that's not a word. I'm in Paris right now. That's right. I just decided in the middle of a global pandemic to move to a different country. If you follow me on my Instagram, then you'll get more updates on like what I'm doing here and how it's going. And I also made a whole video about what the heck I'm doing in France. On another unrelated note, because why not? I got my very first plant in France. This is a pathos. I thought it was $4, but it turned out to be $24. I didn't hear her correctly. But I'm not mad about it because these are super easy to propagate. I can turn this bad boy into like 10 in like a couple months, so I'm really excited for that. And that's that on that. Hey guys, what is up? It's Amy and welcome back to my channel. I make videos on sustainable living for anyone and everyone because I believe we can all save the planet. So hit that subscribe button because why wouldn't you want to save the planet? So today's video is just gonna be a super fun, not really gift ideas, because I wanted to do more than just give you guys a list of things to buy or to not buy. I wanted to give you guys a framework for how you can think about gifting this year. So basically this video is going to be how you can pick out a sustainable gift for someone, and then at the end I'm going to give you guys some ideas. So that's the video and let's get started. So the first part that I wanted to talk about in this video is kind of rethinking how we think about gifting, or like the gifting season. When it comes to giving gifts, I feel like it's something that you do on Christmas, birthdays, and maybe Valentine's Day if you have a special someone. I think we need to change that. For me, gifting is something that just happens naturally. Like, I'll be at the store and I'll see something that I know my mom would want, so I just buy it for her. If we get out of the framework of only gifting on like Christmas and birthdays, it'll make it easier to gift more intentionally. I feel like especially during like Valentine's Day and Christmas, because those are specific holidays, we get so many commercials, we get so many ads that are kind of pushing us to buy certain things. Jewelry is a big one, teddy bears on Valentine's Day, things like that, where we would not have bought that thing for that person if we hadn't seen it in an ad. So if we gift more intentionally throughout the year rather than forcing ourselves to put all of our energy into gifting on holidays, then it's going to be a lot easier and a lot less stressful to gift things to people. The second thing that I wanted to talk about, gifts don't have to be physical. Once again, because of consumerism and because of like holiday commercials and Christmas commercials, we're kind of pushed into buying items for people. And if it's not items, then we're pushed into spending a lot of money on like experiences, which it's great that there's more of a push for making experiences, gifting experiences. When we get commercials for gifting experiences, it's always like a cruise or going to the Bahamas. When it comes to gifting, it doesn't have to be physical, but if it's an experience, it doesn't have to be expensive. And especially if you're gifting to someone who's a minimalist or someone who doesn't really need anything, if they're super rich, then buying something for them probably isn't going to be much of value. But if you gift them your time and energy, then that's going to be so much more exponentially helpful. And you can also obviously gift experiences or gift trips with someone, and like I said, it doesn't have to be expensive. You guys could literally just drive to a nearby city. A road trip is a great gift. Like if someone offers to take you on a road trip and they're paying for everything, that would be so cool, and you can definitely make that super affordable. So just kind of think outside of the box of buying physical items, and also think out of the box of gifting super expensive experiences, because it doesn't have to be expensive and it doesn't have to be physical. You can gift little meaningful actions. You can gift experiences that are just within your city. You can gift dates to a restaurant, a movie theater, when things open back up again, obviously. So now that we've kind of changed how we think about gifting, I wanted to kind of not ask you questions, I wanted to provide you guys some questions to ask yourself when you are trying to come up with a gift for someone, and how you can kind of change it if it ends up. I swear to God, that lady over there is always looking at me whenever I'm filming. I don't know what it is. And I'm going to put this into a nice little checklist so that next time you're trying to gift someone something, you can go down this list and you can make sure that the gift you're giving to them is sustainable and as eco-friendly as humanly possible. The first question is, does this gift make someone's life easier? Whenever I'm thinking about buying something for myself, I always ask myself this question, because oftentimes we get tricked into buying certain items, especially gadgets, gadgets for like the kitchen, where yes, this could be useful, but it doesn't really improve my life in any way, and it's gonna end up collecting dust in a couple of months. So when you're thinking about gifting something to someone, ask yourself if it's going to make their life easier or if it's going to be helpful in whatever capacity. Question 2 is really big and makes gifting super easy. What has this person said they wanted to buy but can't afford? Obviously, if you have more money, then it's a lot easier to gift people these items, but if your friend or your mom or your cousin has said, I want to buy X, but I just can't afford it, that is such a great thing to gift because you already know that they want it. So if someone you know has talked about buying something but they can't afford it, or they're trying to save up for it, buy it for them and they will be super grateful. This question just reassures you that you're buying something that this person actually wants, because one of the biggest problems with gifting around Christmas time especially is that we buy something that we think someone wants, and if they end up not actually wanting it, they might return it, which isn't great for the environment, or even if they keep it, they might not actually use it. But if someone has explicitly said they wanted to buy something but couldn't afford it, you're one, making them super happy that they know that you listen to them and their needs, and number 2, you're buying something that they would have purchased anyways, but maybe they might not have had the money for it, or they're saving up for it. Number 3 is there something I could do for this person? This goes back to the idea of gifting experiences and gifting your time and energy, because this is honestly the most sustainable way to give. It's not really producing any waste, like at all. It's zero waste gifting. Number 4 is, what is the impact of said gift? I wanted to make sure that I also threw in some questions about sustainability, obviously, because this video is about sustainable gifting, especially because it can get super complicated and I wanted this video to be simple. But I'm currently working on a video on what makes something sustainable, so stay tuned for that video. But for now, try to make sure that if you're purchasing something for someone, you're not introducing more waste just because this item isn't for you. Don't go around gifting paper towels to people, or don't go around gifting bottled water to people just because that's something they've asked for. You don't want to like make your life, like push your lifestyle upon other people, but there are certain limits to making sure that you're not gifting things that are having a huge negative impact on the planet. So question number 5 may seem a little questionable, but will they actually use this item? So I've had this happen to me before, but you buy something for someone that you think they're going to need and they're going to use, and then they just don't use it. And it's really sad, especially if you don't want to produce waste. You want to have a positive impact on the planet, but it's really sad to see items not get used up. So ask yourself this before you buy something for someone. Make sure that you know for sure that they're going to use this item. Obviously, it's impossible to know 100% sure. Make sure you just actively think about the possibility of them not using this item, and if it's an item that you think they might not use, maybe pick something else. Kind of going on with question number 5, question number 6 is it the right size? Is it the right color? Is it the right style? Like, is this the perfect item? So I watched this really cheesy, really trashy Netflix rom-com that just showed up on my recommended. It's called Holiday, and basically at the start of it, this girl gets gifted pajama pants, which isn't bad. Like, that's something that she might have used, but it was the wrong size, so she had to return it. So then the other guy in the movie got gifted khakis. The girl wasn't sure what size he was, so she just bought 3 sizes and was like, oh, you just pick the one that can fit you. And first of all, he ended up not liking any of the khakis, so he returned them. So I think it's really important, if you're trying to gift sustainably, to make sure that you're not gifting something that's just going to be exchanged or returned, because the impact of returning items is horrible for the planet. Companies can't resell things for the same price even if it was gifted. So when you return something around Christmas time, this is just not going to be great for the planet. It's just a horrible impact, and this is something to think just all year round and not just when it comes to gifting. Don't buy things just knowing that you could return it, even when it comes to like makeup and beauty and skincare. I know there are return policies, but try not to take advantage of them, because they're just going to end up either throwing away the product, and yes, you get your money back, but also that's just a horrible impact on the planet. Number 7 is, could you ask their significant other or their mom or their best friend what this person needs? This is just another question to make sure that you're buying the correct item for someone, that you're buying the correct gift, because if you get anything from this video, it's that when gifting, you want to make sure that this item is actually going to end up being useful and being used. useful. I think that's what useful means. But you want to make sure that you're buying the item that is actually going to be used. So oftentimes, even if you're someone's sister, you're not always in their life. You're not always in the situation where they're saying what they need. So ask someone else, ask their partner, their best friend, their mom, their dad, their cousin. Just ask someone who you think might know what they need, and you can get a better idea of what you can buy this person. So one of the points from earlier is buying something that someone has said they wanted but couldn't afford. And if you don't know what that item is, if you ask their partner, their mom, their dog, whatever, then you're gonna get an idea of what that item could be. So it's just important to make sure that you're asking people around them to see exactly what you need to buy, because I don't think it's embarrassing or it's bad that you might not know what to get someone, but the solution shouldn't just be to get them whatever. The solution should be to ask around and see what this person could want, because you should never guess. Like, if you're going to physically purchase something, make sure that it's actually going to be useful, and if you ask around, then you're gonna have a better idea. Question number 8 is even better than asking their cousin, and it is to ask them directly. I feel like we have this idea about gifting to where it has to be a surprise, but at the end of the day, like, I would rather have someone ask me directly, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for your birthday? So that I know I'm getting something that they would actually want. I don't think we should be embarrassed by this. And if you are, maybe if you do want it to be a surprise, you can make it really sneaky. Or you could just be like, wow, this person got me this for Christmas, but it's not what I want. What's something that you've gotten that you've hated? So that you can kind of get a better idea of what not to get them. And you can kind of get closer to what you know they want for Christmas. The 8th question to ask yourself is, could I just ask them? And obviously, if you want it to be a surprise, then it's a lot harder to ask someone, because then it won't be a surprise. But if you don't care about it being surprised or not, then just directly ask them, what do you want for Christmas? And you're going to make sure that you purchase something that they actually want for Christmas. Question number 9 is back to like sustainability specifically, but it is, how long is this item going to be useful, or how many times could this be reused? Once again, like I said earlier, if you're gifting things to people, if you're buying things for people, make sure that you're still sticking to your guts, or make sure that you're still sticking to your values of sustainability. It's not good to like always push your lifestyle onto other people. Like, don't buy someone a bidet just because you love it and you think it's more sustainable, but it's still important to gift sustainably by gifting things that are in fact sustainable. So this question is basically to ask yourself how long this item is going to be useful for, and making sure that it's something that is going to be used for a long time, rather than something that is just going to kind of come and go. So for example, if you want to gift someone clothing, don't gift them fast fashion, because especially if you would never yourself purchase fast fashion, then why would you gift that to other people? So maybe instead of gifting them a Forever 21 skirt, or maybe a full outfit from Forever 21, maybe invest into a jacket that you know that they would love, and that's the right color, size, and shape for them, like we mentioned earlier. So try to make sure that when you're gifting, gift sustainably by gifting things that are going to be useful for long periods of time. And then finally, question number 10 is, would I buy this for myself? Once again, I want to preach that we don't want to force everyone around us to do things exactly our way. This is what ends up being a turnoff for a lot of people with veganism and sustainability, is that they feel like someone who is sustainable in their life won't shut up about it and keeps trying to get them to change their lifestyle. But this question isn't all about forcing other people to be just sustainable as you are, but it's making sure that you don't give up your own values in just... It's kind of cute, but it's just making sure that you don't give up your own values when you're gifting other people. So if you're vegan, don't gift like ham to someone for Christmas. Or like I said earlier, with fast fashion, if you yourself never purchase fast fashion, then why would you purchase that for other people? So just making sure that you are gifting sustainably and gifting things that you would buy for yourself, or at the very least something close to what you would buy. Like I said, don't push your lifestyle onto other people, but you also shouldn't let other people's lifestyle kind of get into the way of your own values. Or like if you're gifting skincare, making sure that it's cruelty free if that's what you buy for yourself. These are ways that you can gift sustainably without it negatively impacting your own values, but also without kind of shoving your lifestyle down other people's throats, if that makes any sense. So now I actually came up with some gift ideas for kind of generalized ones. The first one isn't really general, it's more like something that I would love people to give me, and it is plants. As you can see, that's my first plant that I purchased. That plant is actually mine. It's the girl who lives here, it's her plant. But yeah, I purchased the pathos today. I love pathos. They're my favorite plant because they're super easy, really hard to kill. Great gifting plant idea, especially if someone's like, oh, I kill plants. It's really hard to kill a pathos, I swear to God. Like the one that I had back home, I hadn't watered it for like a month and it was still alive. So pathos, a great plant to gift to people. But I think plants are just great because one, they're kind of popular right now. A lot of people want plants, and especially if someone already has plants, then buying them more plants, they're probably not going to complain. So plants, a great gift, especially because like if someone were to gift me a plant, every time I watered it, I would probably think of them and be grateful and be thankful for them. Number two is chores, and this is something that I gift to my parents basically all the time, and it's just a great gift. Like I was talking about in this video, time and energy, super important. We might have a lot of time right now because of COVID and being stuck at home, but in general, mowing the lawn, doing the dishes, babysitting for free, these are ways that you can show the people in your life that you love them and you appreciate them, and they will love you and appreciate you back, especially if you do these things without being asked. I think that's a gift, and that's that on that. So number three is things for their hobbies. This kind of goes back to the idea of gifting someone something that you know they're going to need. For example, if someone is an artist and they're always buying paint supplies, buy them paint supplies. Like, how could that, you can't go wrong with that. I buy this for my sister all the time because she loves painting and art and stuff, so I'll just buy her paint supplies. If you have little sisters with like a dollhouse, buy them like a doll outfit thing. Like, they're not gonna complain. That's something that you know they're going to use. If you buy someone something for their hobby, it's great likelihood that they're actually going to need it and use it, especially if it's something like art, music, I don't know, dancing, like maybe buying someone new dance shoes because you see that their old ones are kind of getting old. Number four, groceries. I think that this is one that, once again, who's gonna say no to this? Maybe just go with your friend to the grocery store together, and then when you get to the checkout, just be like, I got you, I'm paying for it this time. Once again, this is something that I was already going to purchase, and now they're just covering it, and I'm just gonna thank them because that's amazing. And this kind of can be expanded to a lot of things. Like maybe you guys are going to the movies and you get to the movies and you're like, I'm paying this week. Or if you guys are going to the restaurant, just be like, I'm paying. Just like gifting these little things where you just pay for someone for something, kind of like, what's it called? Pay it forward? Is it pay it forward or pay it backward? I don't know what it's called, but like when you pay for someone's coffee, people will get surprised, like it comes out of nowhere, but they're really grateful for them. So I think this is a great gift to give someone. Number six is replacing something that they have that's broken or you've seen has needed repair. For example, if you notice that someone's lamp broke, buy them a new lamp. Why would they say no to that? Or if someone's window is broken, pay to get their window fixed. Just like noticing things like this in people's life and gifting them an upgrade or gifting them a replacement because you know it's something they already need. No, people are going to be so grateful, and I think the reason that these gifts end up feeling the best for people, I don't think that makes sense. The reason that these gifts end up being the most appreciated is that people notice that you're actually thinking about them specifically, rather than going to the store and buying like a I don't know, a necklace for them. Like obviously they're going to thank you for that, but if you notice things about their specific life, something they're struggling with, something that's broken, and you fix it for them or you replace it for them, they're going to know that you care and that you notice things about their life. And especially if this is your significant other or like a parent, I think that's really going to really improve your relationship because you guys are actually thinking about each other actively. And once again, if this is gifting that you do throughout the whole year and not just Christmas, then it's just going to feel so much more personalized and intentional. I feel like there's a whole stigma against cash, but like, first of all, we're okay with gift cards, right? Like if someone gave me a gift card to something, that's like okay, but why is it wrong to just gift people cash? Maybe it's not the most like personalized gift. But if at the end of the day you can't think of something to give someone, put some cash in an envelope and hand it to them, because they're not going to say no. Then they can actually go and buy the thing they actually wanted. So that's why I think it's great. And if you're going to be buying gift cards for people, don't. I think the only reason for gift cards is that, yes, like if you you can buy a gift card for someone for a specific store that you know they love, but I think it's just better to give them the cash so that they can buy whatever they want from whatever store. And what ends up happening is if you give someone a $25 gift card to a store, especially like a clothing store or something, but the thing they want is $40, now they're being forced to spend however much just to buy the item. So I think instead of gift cards, just give people cash. Just send them some money on Venmo. It'll just be better for everyone involved. And then finally, I just wanted to say the one gift you should never ever give someone is holiday gift sets. No, do not, no, just no. Holiday gift sets or gift sets in general are the worst. And I'm kind of like very anti sets of things, because what ends up happening is you don't use all of them. Like if it's 6 mini perfumes, what if you only like 2 of them? If it's like a whole set of essential oils, what if you only like 1 of them? Like, I think sets are not a very good gift unless it's like a personalized set or like something that you yourself put together. Well, I know for like eyeshadow, like makeup palettes, you can like pick the colors yourself. That's perfectly fine. I like that idea, but I don't like the idea of buying like a set that's predetermined. From what I've heard, especially in the makeup industry, is that they just take their worst rated products and mix them in with products that are well liked and put them together, because then they can sell all of those not wanted makeup. So for example, if a makeup company has like 5 eyeshadows, 2 of them are really popular, 3 of them are not, they'll put all of those into a set, and then people will buy it because they'll like 2 of them, and then okay fine, I'll use the other 3, and they just sold you on that. And so that's why I'm really against sets of things. Unless you're putting it together, just don't buy the set and buy the one item. It feels like you're buying more in a set, but if you don't use all of them, then it's pointless. So instead of spending $30 on a set of 6 perfumes, just spend the $30 on 1 perfume, and it feels like you're getting less, but you're actually paying for what you need. And sometimes the sets actually end up being more expensive than just getting the single item. So stay away from sets, especially like makeup sets or like perfume sets. Pick out the personalized individual things that you need, and you're good to go. So that was it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope this helps people when it comes to gifting, not just for the holiday season, but year-round. I think if we change the way we think about gifting, then it can pretty easily become sustainable. And in this video, I didn't really talk a lot about like what is a sustainable product, because I feel like at the end of the day, when it comes to gifting, the problem isn't that we're not gifting sustainable items. I think the main problem is that we're not gifting correctly. So we're gifting things that people aren't actually going to use, or things that aren't the right size, color, shape, or whatever, so then people end up returning it. So the item itself isn't the problem, it's who the item is going to. So that's why I think we need to first change the way we think about gifting and making sure that we're gifting useful items, and then we can kind of secondly, of course, talk about gifting sustainable. Oh my god, I'm having a brain fart. And then we can talk about gifting sustainable items, and then making sure that we're looking at the impact of the items we're purchasing for other people, and making sure that they are sustainable and that they align with our values. So that's the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I want you guys to comment down below what videos you guys are really excited for in this holiday season, and also what videos you guys want for next year, because oh my god, 2021 is coming up so quick. I still can't believe it. It's just hit me like a truck. But did I say to subscribe? If I didn't, hit subscribe and hit the bell notification so you get notified when I upload a new video. Wow, I feel like a YouTuber. You can also follow me on my Instagram, where I post some pictures sometimes. Follow me on Twitter, where I never really tweet things, but I do retweet a lot of political related things. You can follow me on TikTok, where I do some political things as well, but also I've been kind of mixing in more kind of lifestyle videos because I don't know, I'm in France and I really need to milk it for the views. So that's what you can find on my TikTok. And I think that's it for today's video. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.